The following video is about what I like to call pregnancy math. This is the math that every infertile couple has learned how to do. It revolves around cycles, around treatments, around careers, and how the months and months and years affect career planning, vacations, family planning, and everything else that it'll affect.
Pregnancy math. Let's start with division. When dealing with infertility, life is counted in terms of 2-week waits. The 2 weeks before ovulation and the 2 weeks after, unless you have PCOS or some other factor that will turn that division into calculus. The first 2 weeks begins with cycle day 1. This is the first day of your period, or as I like to refer to it, a super shitty day in which I'm reminded how much I suck at getting pregnant. During this time, a new round of medications will start, be it Clomid or injectables, and follicle checks and blood work start all over again. Or the use of LH strips will start to identify ovulation dates. The first 2 weeks can end in a few different ways, depending on where you are in treatments. The week will end with either timed intercourse or IUI, and so begins the second 2 weeks, aka the 2-week wait, which is a super shitty time that is further discussed in 2-week wait, next stop, Crazy Town. A common math problem during this time goes something like this. Question: I want to plan a vacation in July. Today is April 5th. I'm currently on cycle day 4. I'm scheduled to continue IUIs. Now each IUI requires I be available for follicle checks and blood work during the first week and a half of each cycle. What dates can I plan my vacation for in July? Answer: plan on canceling your vacation or your IUI. Just like at school, pregnancy math becomes more complicated. Enter order of operations. When scheduling IVF, the 2 months prior to the procedure, several tests are performed or performed again. You may also be put on birth control pills for up to 2 months preceding IVF. During the 2 months prior, there are several tests that must be done on certain cycle days to prepare for IVF. So, math problem number 2. I want to plan a vacation in July. Today is April 5th. I'm currently on cycle day 4. I'm scheduled to continue IUIs, followed by a September IVF schedule if the IUIs don't work. Each IUI requires I be available for follicle checks, blood work, during the first week and a half of each cycle. But if they do not work, then in July I will start birth control on cycle day 3, followed by frequent testing and a new saline sonogram on 14 July. What dates can I plan my vacation for in July? Answer: plan on canceling your vacation or postponing your IVF, which, by the way, tends to be only offered 3 times a year. The 2 weeks before and the 2 weeks after is not the only pregnancy math that occurs. Long-term planning becomes even more difficult. Add in that women's fertility begins to decline around 30. It takes 1 year before a couple is labeled as infertile. Then the couple needs a referral. Then testing starts. Then a treatment plan begins based on the testing. We have unexplained infertility, so 3 months of Clomid, followed by at least 3 UIs, then placed on a waiting list for up to 18 months for IVF factor in deployments, and 30 has become 32 or 33. At 35, genetic testing can start to factor in and also adds a few $1,000s to the equation. So, final question. You want to get promoted, but it will require travel, and you won't always know when. Given the scenario above, how do you proceed with your career goals? Answer: I wish I knew. Let me know when you figure it out.